Nibbles came as a complete surprise to me. My UK publisher, who are called Little Tiger Press, and I have had a very long-standing relationship. I actually did work experience for them whilst I was still studying at art school, and so that's where our journey together began. And we've always wanted to work together, and I've illustrated a book with them before, but I've never written with them, and so we decided that we'd quite like to work together on authoring and illustrating a book. We decided that the way to go was a more novelty approach, so flaps and holes and die cuts and all the things that you see in Nibbles now, but we didn't really have an idea of what the book was going to be, and it sort of came about through conversation really with my lovely editor Ellie. We were just talking, and then suddenly we had this idea together of this little monster that began to eat through bookshelves and bookcases and books, and what kind of story could that be? And so Nibbles really evolved from that sort of really creative conversation that we had. So Ellie has massively been a part of the journey of this book, and I don't think we could have done it without her. She's been brilliant. Working on Nibbles was a very different project to any other picture book that I've worked on, just because it had so much like engineering in it, and making sure that all of the holes lined up with the story and the narrative and everything that I was trying to achieve. And so it meant that I approached this book with my like sort of engineer brain on, because it just really needed it to make the whole book work as a whole. So I developed the mechanics and the illustrations and the text all about the same time, which was really interesting to do, and it was really, really hard work. At the end of each day I'd need a really long sleep to be ready to come back the next day and get on with the project again. To me, Nibbles doesn't really have a voice. I think his mouth is always so full that he never gets the opportunity to really speak, and it's only in those moments, like in Little Red Riding Hood, when it sort of bursts out of him. And I guess I would say it's quite high-pitched, as quite a little monster, I think. Yeah, quite high-pitched. I'm not going to do an impression. Nibbles doesn't really have an autobiographical quality. I've never yet eaten a book, although if the mood takes me, one day I could. But I think perhaps it might be slightly autobiographical in the fact that I love reading and sort of inhaling books as fast as I can. But yeah, not yet eaten one, but watch this space.